Hello and welcome. This is attorney Alan Edmunds, and I'm bringing another case victory, an actual case that I litigated recently. I'm holding up the decision that I got because I'm going to refer to it during this YouTube video. This is an incredible case. I litigated this case for a young man that was in the military, did service in Iraq. I'll read you some of his bio facts as recited by the judge. We got the decision September 24th, 2025. He received treatment in 2016 for anxiety disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, obsessive compulsive behavior. My client is a 38-year-old man. He was married in 2010 and divorced in 2021. He has a 13-year-old son that lives with his ex-wife. What's interesting is that my client was in foster care most of his adolescent life and even early teenage years. He entered the service at the age of 18, and he was a soldier in Iraq and had some traumatic events happen. One of his best mates, one of his best friends, committed suicide, and then he got a DUI that was unresolved. It was diverted, so he didn't have to plead to it. But many of these things were over 5 years old. He was evaluated. This is important for all of you that get evaluated by government psychologists. My client was deployed during the evaluation, which was done by a doctor who only had seen him once, and that was on video that was sometimes interrupted. But he asked my client his location, where he was speaking to him from, and because of the sensitive nature of the location, it being classified, my client wouldn't answer the question. The doctor construed that as my client being evasive. And this is the type of silliness and craziness that you people are exposed to by government evaluators or psychologists. The connection, as I said, was dropping in and out. It was very, very difficult. And the psychologist got upset with technology. And of course, who did he blame it on? So the government threw the kitchen sink at this guy on the SOR. As you know from my prior podcasts and YouTube videos, an SOR is a statement of reasons. It's the charging document that lists the allegations that the government is going to proceed with against you to remove or revoke your clearance. And the first one was psychological conditions because of the PTSD. The second one, due to the alcohol, was alcohol consumption. He got a DUI. He didn't plead to it. It was diverted, and it was dismissed 6 months after he completed diversion, and that's guideline G, alcohol consumption. The third was criminal conduct. Again, they re-alleged the same facts for the alcohol. And the fourth was personal conduct. So the government wanted this guy in a bad, bad way. And unfortunately for the government, and of great benefit to my client, he hired me, attorney Alan Edmunds. And you can reach me at 800-481-2526. I'm getting a little long-winded for these YouTube videos. I've exceeded the limit, but I wanted you to understand how these cases come through the door and how they have to be worked. In other words, prepared for hearing. I took this case to a hearing. We called witnesses. We had numerous documents, over 20 different documents. And of course, my client was prepared for the hearing. I want you to hear the judge's comments. Quote, I had the opportunity to observe the applicant's demeanor during his testimony and found that he was credible and candid. I concluded applicant mitigated the security concerns, and he found that it was in the national interest to allow him to continue with his security clearance. You know, if you have a security clearance case, I don't care what part of the country you're in or what part of the world, our practice at the Edmunds Law Firm is global. I want you to call me at 800-481-2526. There's not a case that I haven't handled before. I've done over 3,000. We have a group of very aggressive lawyers, and they go into the courts every day. Call us, the Edmunds Law Firm, If you're a veteran, if you're active duty, if you're a civilian DoD contractor, we can help you save your clearance and save your job. Thank you.